Although it is usually overlooked in favor of other Italian cities, Genoa has more than enough to keep you occupied for a few days. Lying along the Ligurian Sea, the grubby yet grand city has loads of elegant palaces and Art Deco churches to visit. Long one of the Mediterranean's most important ports, it thrived for centuries as a powerful maritime republic. During this time, staggering riches poured in, fueling the construction of ever more elaborate palaces, piazze, and churches. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Genoa so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10, Anita Garibaldi Promenade. Rightfully described as one of Italy's most beautiful promenades, Passeggiata Anita Garibaldi winds its way along the ocean cliffs east of Genoa. Passing by the small fishing village of Nervi, it offers up some spectacular views over Liguria's lovely coastline. Overlooking dramatic rock formations, secluded coves, and some small beaches, the pedestrian path stretches roughly 2 kilometers in length. Backing it to are handsome hillside mansions set amidst lush, landscaped gardens. Number 9 is the Aquarium of Genoa. Backed by Porto Antico is arguably Genoa's standout tourist attraction, the enormous Aquarium of Genoa. A firm favorite with families, its expansive exhibits and tanks are home to thousands of fish, reptiles, birds, and marine mammals. One of the largest in Europe, the aquarium was opened in time for Genoa Expo 92, which celebrated 500 years since Christopher Columbus discovered the New World. Fittingly enough, its many marine and freshwater displays occupy a huge boat-shaped building along the waterfront. At number 8, Piazza Raffaele de Ferrari. The heart and soul of life in Genoa, the Grand Piazza Raffaele de Ferrari is bordered by many of its most important and impressive buildings. Renowned for its big bronze fountain, it lies in between the historic and modern centers of the city. Quite unusually shaped, the current layout of the large square dates to the first 2 decades of the 20th century. While 3 busy streets via XX Settember, Via Dante and Vita Petrarca join at its eastern edge, eclectic palaces and neoclassical buildings surround the rest of it. At number 7, Baccadas. Very different from the center of the city, the former fishing village of Baccadas can be found at the eastern end of Corso Italia. Peaceful and picturesque, all its pastel-colored houses, trattoria and ice cream parlors cluster about a small cove and pebble beach. Once you reach the small church of St. Anthony right at the end of the promenade, you can drink in divine views of Baccadas before you. A photographer's dream, its huddle of bright buildings stands out delightfully against the blue skies and waters around them. At number 6 in our list, Old Port. As the city's history, heritage, and culture are so tied to that of the sea, you just have to amble about its old port at some point or another. Now home to all kinds of attractions and dining establishments, it was from here that many merchants and explorers set forth in centuries gone by. Known in Italian as the Porto Antico, the secluded harbor played a key role in Genoa becoming one of the Mediterranean's maritime powers. Whereas it was once merchants' vessels and warships that docked here, nowadays yachts and pleasure boats bob about its waters. At number 5, Corso Italia. Speaking of views, some of the best in town can be enjoyed along the iconic Corso Italia, which runs its way alongside the city's shimmering seafront. As you stroll along, you'll pass various lidos and the Ligurian Sea with pretty palazzi and bars also backing it. Hugging the shores of the Albero neighborhood just east of the center, it stretches roughly 2.5 kilometers to the beautiful fishing village of Baccadas. Crowded year-round with Genoese, it is a very popular spot to walk, run, jog, or cycle by the sea. At number 4, Cathedral of San Lorenzo. Right next to the Square 2 is the dramatic-looking Cathedral of San Lorenzo, yet another of Genoa's unmissable architectural masterpieces. Rather reminiscent of the Duomos in Siena and Florence, its black, white, green and pink striped facade is awe-inspiring to gaze up at. Dedicated to St. Lawrence, the colossal cathedral was consecrated in 1118 and boasts a delightful mix of Gothic, Romanesque, and Renaissance architectural styles. At number 3 in our list, Spianata Castelletto. For some of the best panoramic views over both the gritty city and glinting Gulf of Genoa, head up to Spianata Castelletto. Lying just 10 minutes from the basilica, the hill rises high above Via Giuseppe Garibaldi, and its royal residence is below. Due to its strategic setting overlooking the harbor, a fort stood here from the 10th to the 19th century. Its name, an Italian small castle, actually derives from this, with the Belvedere having replaced the dismantled fortifications. At number 2, Via Balbi and Palazzo Reale. West of the magnificent church of Santissima Annunziata is the beginning of Via Balbi, another street laid out in the early 17th century and lined with splendid palaces. Wider than Via Garibaldi, but less breathtaking in grandeur and more punctuated with shops and everyday life, it still has its share of palaces. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Portofino. The postcard-perfect little village of Portofino, a circle of candy-colored buildings set around a harbor bristling with masts of sleek yachts and a few colorful fishing boats, is possibly the most photographed in Italy. It's also a favorite of the rich, the glitterati, and the celebrity watchers who follow them. It is certainly worth driving the 32 kilometers, or better yet, taking a boat trip here from Genoa, along the spectacular coast. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Genoa? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.